Right, so are you one of those golfers who get set up over the ball with their irons, kind of feels like they know what they need to do to hit their irons a good distance, and this is what you produce? So we get a very high, soft landing shot, and we can see there, I've swung the club at just under 83 mile an hour, only hit it 123 yards carry. But when you watch the golfers on TV, yes, they swing quicker than you, but they always talk about how they compress their irons, how they crush their irons, how they strike them so pure. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do this. So like we saw there, I'm going to show you how to pick up over 20 yards extra distance with your shots. I'm going to show you how to hit the ball more accurately than ever before. And the key is, it's all down to one key in your downswing, but the key is ultimately how you deliver the golf club. So when you look at the best players in the world, and I've watched the golf from Riviera this weekend, some amazing iron shots getting hit. But what you will see with all the best players in the world, despite how the golf swing looks, is an incredibly similar impact position. So you will see from address, all the best players in the world at impact will have the body turned out the way, the shaft leaning forward, and that creates a downward angle of attack and a de-lofting of the golf club. And when we look at some of the best players in the world, we can see that that's where they get at impact. Now, for any of you club golfers though that have videoed your swing, predominantly you'll see a very different impact position. So you'll generally see maybe the body not turned out the way very far, and you'll see the club at best straight up, maybe even leaning back into impact, therefore adding lots of loft, costing you lots of ball speed, and also costing you an awful lot of control. So it'll be nothing new, absolutely nothing new for some of you guys when I say that you need to get the shaft leaning forward. And a lot of you will say, I try like mad, I know that I want to be here at address, and at impact I want to be more this way. But I'm going to show you why, as much as you want to get the shaft leaning forward, you cannot do it at all. And it's a really easy way I want you to work through it with me and show yourself why you cannot do this. So I want you to set up as though you're about to hit a shot. Lift the club up in front of you straight on. And what you'll see is that leading edge of the club is very much straight up. And you'll see that the club shaft is pretty much straight. Now, if you start leaning the shaft forward, look what happens to that club face. It's looking more to the sky. What's that going to create when we're down to the golf ball? Well, that's going to cause a club face that points way out to the right. Okay, so your brain thinks, right, well, if my club face was pointing out to the right or open like I am there, how's the only way really I can square that up? Well, I could start moving the club shaft back more and more. Now that club face looks like it's pointing straight. Does that look like an impact position a lot of you generate? Very possibly. So what we're going to talk about is a little exercise that you're going to run through, whether it be down on the driving range, practice ground, and it's all about controlling that club face. So if we saw square, and as we push forward it opens the club face, if we were to close the club face, be going left, but now if you move your hands forward, look at how much more square that is and how much more de-lofted that is. So we're just quickly going to look at those two shots from the start and show you the ball speed and the launch angle that was created, and that's how we're going to get you hitting the ball better. So on the first one, we saw club speed just under 83 mile an hour, ball speed only 99 mile an hour, launch angle just under 29, and actually the club was moving up very slightly at impact, and you see quite a low smash factor of 1.2. So quite a weak flight. We then look at the second shot. The launch angles come down from just around 30 to 17.2. My club head speed has jumped just marginally, but even though I didn't hit that one perfectly, the ball speed still jumped to 108 mile an hour and the carry jumped out to 147. So like I said, the key is all about controlling that club face and trying to feel that club face is in a stronger position during the golf swing. So what we're going to work on is we're going to start short and build the golf swing up. But we're going to start by going back to waist height, and what a lot of golfers will see is when they take the club back and stop, they'll see that leading edge is straight up, maybe even starting to point back behind me. Now that's open, so if you were in that position halfway down, it's where the body's going to stall and we're going to add lots and lots of loft. So what we're going to work on is, as we swing back, we're going to feel like the back of our hand looks more down at the ground and that the face of the club is looking down more. Now you can do that just in your takeaway, or if you really wanted to, however you hold the club, you could move your hands into what would be traditionally called a stronger hold of the club. Either way, I don't mind which one you do, which one feels more comfortable. So for me, I'm not going to change my grip, but I'm going to work on being much more down to the ground and then swing through. And the first thing I'm looking to do here is I want some shots curving left. So we're going to do little swings, probably only going to hit it 60, 70 yards. So a little swing, and we can see that one left. Launch angle 12.4. So definitely there, club face closed at impact. So I want to do 2 or 3 of those. And that one definitely left, really launching low. And let's have one more. And again, curve into the left. So I love that. So straight away, I know on the way back, that feels, for me, massively closed on the way back. And then as I'm swinging down, I'm making contact with it like that. So what I now need to feel is, even with that little swing, as I'm here, can I feel that I turn my body out the way more to get that shaft leaning more forward to square that club face up. So again, let's go a little bit shorter. And it's not maybe as easy to turn the body out the way on the little swing, but let's see if by doing this, I can now get the ball to go a little bit straighter. Maybe a touch better. So, and again. And any of you guys that watch my video, you'll know part of what I don't like with my swing is I've got a little waggle where I do with that, and it really affects how I control the club face. So let's go again. Nice strong club face, lots of forward shaft lean. That's a much, much better shot. And then I'm going to gradually work the backswing a little bit longer. So same idea, passing through that point and then really trying to get as much forward shaft lean as I can through impact. And we can see that one, just a little draw. But seeing, 135 yards carry with what almost feels like a nothing swing. So again, we're going to go a little bit longer. So more and more ball speed. Definitely curving a bit more than I would want at the moment, but can I get even more shaft lean into that? Getting better. And you'll also see there's actually a pickup in club speed here. So it actually creates that little feeling, that wrist also creates something different as an added bonus for you. So if you're a golfer who predominantly gets that club face open, as that lead wrist cups, you can see the shaft gets steep. Now, as I flatten the wrist, Notice how the club goes more behind me, and therefore I'm able to hold that angle longer into impact. And when golfers talk about creating lag, you cannot have lots of lag with the club face wide open, because then you'll either stop to do that, or like we showed at the start, hit it way right. So we're going to, nice strong club face, still strong, keep turning out the way, and let's see with a full swing what we can generate. So a little bit out the toe, but when you look at me starting hitting the ball 123 yards with a good strike, just under 150 there, but club speed 87, ball speed 113, smash of 1.3, club moving down 5 degrees. And I'm not promising you're going to hit the ball the same distance as the tour players, but if you can get that club face being stronger, particularly on the way down, that is where we can get de-lofting the club. We can get forward shaft lean, the club moving a little bit steeper into the golf ball because the low point's further forward. And like we said there, it's going to get you striking your irons pure and picking up over 20 yards. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it. Comment below and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you have enjoyed today's video and you don't currently subscribe to my channel, I'd love you to click the button below. Remember to ring the little bell, then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Give me a little thumbs up as well if you like that one. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.